What's the worst thing to happen to you on your birthday? Oh god, the memories. My parents sent me to my grandma. She fed me cucumber soup for the whole day. Then only my mother came to pick me up at 5 p.m. without car. Then we stood for about 30 minutes outside in the cold while it was raining waiting for the bus. I finally arrived home at about 6 p.m. only to find my dad drunk as heck. Then my parents sent me to bed at 9 p.m. way earlier than usual, so they can make love drunk. I heard it all. Then my mom came at around 10 p.m. to finally say happy birthday to me. Then my mom came at around 10 p.m. Oh god, happy birthday. I heard it all. My brother died. He had epilepsy and apparently he had a seizure and died. The night of my birthday we were driving past his apartment and my dad asked me if I'd heard from him, and I said no, he's probably dead. I was a crappy 15-year-old. Still haunts me to this day. They found his body 2 days later. Dude, that freaking sucks and I'm really sorry. My last birthday, I sat in the hospital holding my brother-in-law's hand, telling him he can't die on my birthday. He held on until the next morning. Holy heck, man. I am so sorry. My father-in-law had Lou Gehrig's. He got really bad close to his birthday. The man was a fighter and we all knew he wouldn't want to die on his birthday. His birthday was always a big deal. Homemade pies, cakes, BBQ, the whole 9 yards. He didn't want to spoil those memories. He held on for 2 more days. He was an amazing individual. I'm sorry for your loss. My birthday was last week and my friends drove 4 hours to throw my ex-girlfriend a party. Our birthdays were a day apart. They don't sound like very good friends. My dad said he forgot it was my birthday. I played along with him as he drove me home from school. I stood in the living room and said, alright, that was funny. Where are all my presents they really forgot? I got the mumps. My friends abandoned me to hang out with my older brother and made fun of me next day in school. I was 10. I don't think a 10-year-old exists that isn't a complete shitbox from time to time. Sorry to hear about the mumps. Mumplestiltskin. I have a history of bad luck birthdays, including my car getting totaled, a garage door breaking my father's back, stomach flu, vomited on the cake, getting hit by a car while on my bike bringing my cake home from the bakery. But the top entry was when I moved to New York on my birthday, after a 3-day drive in a 14-foot U-Haul with my boyfriend and our 3 cats. We finally make it to Nick from Austin. As we approach the toll for the Holland Tunnel, we belatedly realize that, while debit cards are commonly used for tolls in Texas, they may not be in New York. The man at the toll booth is incredulous. Where you come from they use debit cards, he asks, before pulling out some paperwork for us to fill out. A million car horns are already honking. We tell him to wait, and that we may have cash in a suitcase in the back of the U-Haul. Boyfriend gets out, runs to the back, throw up the door, and suddenly there is a deafening crash. Our 6x6 feet, 100 pounds, grid bookshelf, in which crates of our clothing were packed, had somehow moved around during the drive, and came crashing out of the truck, breaking on the asphalt. The plastic crates holding our clothes break, and gale force winds blow our clothing across the tollway. I see a pair of my underwear stuck to the wheel of a passing station wagon, and then it begins to rain. We heave the shelf off of my head back into the truck, and hastily begin collecting our clothes as a giant ticked out Escalade with a blaring bass slowly encroaches upon us. Closer and closer. Finally we get all our crap together. He gets cash and pays the toll and I'm trying to communicate apologies with hand signals to the people all around us, embarrassed at our own unpreparedness and farcical entrance into their fair city. And then the window of that Escalade rolls down. Hardcore nationalist rap spewing into the air. The head of an elderly woman pops out, screaming frick you, motherfucker, and she flips us the bird. Welcome to New York, and happy birthday, TL. DR. Was pinned to a tollway in the rain while losing a third of my clothes and verbally assaulted by a grandmother. I had to give you an upvote only because you painted a great visual. I hope your next birthday is the best ever. 1995. Grandma died. 2007 long distance girlfriend flew 1000 miles to break up with me. 2013 long distance girlfriend broke up with me through webcam. I freaking hate birthdays. I should give up on long distance. A friend of mine got all of my friends to a surprise birthday for me, and when I called all of my friends to do something for my birthday, they all had a fake excuse, thinking it was going to be part of the surprise. But then that friend told everyone I wasn't feeling well and never invited me anywhere. So I stayed at home alone, annoyed that all of my friends had some obviously faked excuse to avoid being with me on my birthday. Definitely my worst birthday ever. Born on the 11th of September, my birthday in 6th grade was pretty grim. Ditto. I was in 8th grade. They had set up a cake with candles during homeroom. When everything went down, everyone got picked up from school, but my mom ran late. I sat in that room by myself watching CNN with an untouched cake. Obviously, this is nothing compared to what so many others experienced that day, but it was certainly my worst birthday. It's my birthday 2003, waiting for a call from my family. They forgot about me. The day after my birthday isn't my birthday, mum. On my 21st, I was not allowed into the bar where my friends from all over the country were inside celebrating on my behalf. I had forgotten my membership card, and it was in the days before mobile phones. Also, the doorman was being a dong. I went home. Many years later, I received a text out of the blue from my father, whom I'd had practically no contact with for a number of years. It read, "It is your half-sister's 21st birthday on November 4th. I am trying to get everyone from the whole family together for a celebration. Text back if you would like to come." That text arrived on my 40th birthday. Dang, that's cold. I am sorry that happened. My mom died in a car accident on my 14th birthday. Brother stopped breathing. I had to perform rescue breathing. Then he was transported to the Avaya ambulance. Worked an overnight shift, then went to my grandfather's funeral. After the reception, I wanted to go home and sleep since I'd been up for almost 30 hours at that point, only to find out my car wouldn't start because it was out of gas. I had to wait another hour for AAA to show up and give me a gallon so I could go to the gas station. It wasn't all bad. It was my 21st and they gave me a cake at the reception. No one sang, thank God, and my dad took me to the hotel bar to get my first drink. My grandmother was insulted at my vodka pineapple because we do not ruin perfectly good alcohol by putting fruit juice in it. Your grandma sounds freaking awesome. Dislocated my shoulder slipping on ice walking out of a final exam that I bombed. I spent my 23rd birthday in rehab. I was still kinda feeling sick from H withdrawals, and my birthday fell on the first day of family week. We were given a piece of paper with a bunch of fill-in-the-blank type questions. We had one paper for each family member, and each family member had one for us. On the front were the negatives. I felt hurt when you. I felt scared when you. Etc. On the back were the positives. I felt proud when you. Etc. My dad read his page to me. He had filled out every one of the negative ones, even though we didn't have to fill in half of them. He turned the page over, looked me in the eye, and said, "I've never been proud of you. Happy birthday." Housemate ate all the strawberries off my birthday cake before I even got a slice. I was in the army, deployed to Iraq, and we invaded Baghdad on my birthday. I was in the Marines, deployed to Okinawa. It was a national holiday, adult day or something, and all the bars were closed. Sad times. My parents were in the middle of a divorce. We had lost our house to foreclosure, so we were essentially homeless for about a month. I spent the night of my birthday sleeping on a friend's bedroom floor. I suppose it could have been worse, but I was pretty miserable. When I was turning 14, my parents told me we're going to Atlanta for my birthday weekend. My birthday was on a Saturday, so on Friday afternoon we drove. On Saturday when I woke up, my parents told me we were visiting a school. I was skeptical, not understanding why we were visiting, but I dismissed it and didn't think much about it. After the tour, my parents asked me what I thought about it. I said it wasn't for me and wouldn't go there. They say they enrolled me and that I was staying there. They say happy birthday and leave me there for 7 months. I was a rowdy, misbehaving, angry teenager. Many fights with parents and incredibly defiant. Hey man, this actually happened to me too. Except I'm from California initially. Back in Cali I was way too shy for my own good, so my parents decided to throw me out of my comfort zone. Assorted years. I made a giant marble cake for myself. My mother gave the cake away to monks before I could have a slice. Only one person showed up to the party, and that's because I was her ride. Planned a sports day outside, and it was the hottest day of the year. Everyone hung out under a handball court and talked, so it was pretty fun anyway. My dad never called me. I called him telling him about the restaurant we were going to. He wasn't able to be there, but he never said happy birthday until I brought it up. He apologized and swears to this day that he said it, but I know he never did. 12-year-old me was crushed. My dad has yet to call me, but the day isn't over yet. Woke up on the bare wooden floor of my bedroom, all furniture standing end up against the walls, white seashell powder everywhere, and I'm hungover, freezing, covering myself with a heavy-duty garbage bag. This was the morning of my 25th birthday. Well, I share a birthday with Hitler and the Columbine massacre, so, yeah. Fortunately, those are not the things people think of when they hear 4/20. I crap myself while being surprised by 20 people at a Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Didn't even eat dinner. I just went back home. I drank a few beers, then decided I wanted to build a fire. Story short, the chainsaw bit off my pointer finger. This past January, my dog died 2 days before my birthday. I woke up on my 24th birthday knowing it was going to be my first birthday in 15 years, that my dog wasn't going to be waiting for me. On my 12th birthday I was in a car accident that broke 9 vertebrae and my ankle. I had 200 stitches in my face and it killed my dad. Whoa, that's horrific. Sorry. I touched my mother's tea with my whole body and cried a lot. Also, some guy in a white coat spanked the crap out of me. Best 21st ever. It's happening right now. Birthdays in 4 days. I'm 15, about to be 16. My father lets me down a lot. He chose my brother as a favorite child, took him to a lot of events and gave him a lot of things. I never got to be treated that way. I was yelled at a lot when I was a child. He said he'd take me to PAX East in Boston as a birthday present. He told me this 5 months ago. So, I planned a lot. I packed. I saved up money. Even made a cosplay, which is one of my best. Needless to say, I believed him. We were supposed to leave at 9 AM. Now it's 5 PM and I've spent half the day crying. We got the passes, everything, and I've been excited for 5 months for this. My mom came in an hour ago to tell me, get in the car, we're going. I get excited, my hopes are up and I get in the car, and wait alone for an hour. No one comes out to tell me we're not going. Needless to say, I've had a crappy as frick day. WTF is wrong with your parents? I was 8. My dad not only forgot about my birthday, but screamed at and hit me for half an hour for not doing my chores that day until my mom told him, David, it's her birthday. What a great day. On my 16th, I came home from school and was told that my noni had terminal lung cancer and had to be flown to the big hospital a few towns over because the tumor on her lung had grown so big that it was crushing her spine and she was now paralyzed from the chest down. When I turned 6, I fell asleep on the bus home from school and woke up in an unfamiliar neighborhood. My grandma died on my 19th birthday. She moved in with my folks about 3 months before she died. Nan was in the bathroom and I could hear faintly calling me. The door was locked and she wasn't responding to me, so I bust down the door. I did the whole ABC and started compressions. My dad came running up when he heard the door go down and did the breaths. She died before the ambulance got there. Happy birthday, mother. Got my identity stolen. $350 overdraft. Everything was gone. Bonus. I cracked down. Worked hard to keep absolute security on my account. And my account was overdrafted by about the same amount by somebody buying plane tickets in France every 6 months. Almost to the day. Until I closed the account and got a new bank. My credit score is not pretty. Some extended family got sick. I helped them get to convenient care and my car broke down on the way back. Rough day, though we had a fun evening later, so that was nice, at least. On my 18th birthday my only present was my adoption papers. I didn't get along with my parents at the time. When she was little her parents forgot my mom's birthday, and because she seemed to be in a bad mood sent her to bed without dinner. On my 6th birthday my dad got arrested for drunk driving. The first and only time he got arrested, although he does so regularly. Got to spend all morning at the bail bonds place. My mom was not too happy. 2 weeks ago, my cousin died. My dad called to tell me and he forgot it was my birthday. Worst birthday ever. She was only 22, Today's also my birthday, 18. Woke up to expect heaps of birthday wishes on Facebook. Not one post. None. Zero. Anyway, happy birthday bro. Birthday buddies. Happy birthday to you too man. Go to a strip club. Late to the party. I was born on Father's Day to a couple of lesbians. I had to go visit my grandpa in a nursing home when I was turning 15 or 16. My parents wanted me to spend some quality time with him, which meant watching TV. If you've ever been to a nursing home, you'll know they're not exactly a place you go to be happy. They tried making it up to me the next year, but I've always held a bit of a grude for that day. Next time tell them for your birthday you want Gramps out and about with you enjoying time with the family. I've done work in nursing homes before and it is a sad place. Just last year, the weekend of my birthday, my then girlfriend asked to go on break, then broke up with me after a month of break. Coincidentally the same weekend my grandpa died. That was fun. My ex-wife went out and banged one of our friends while I stayed home with the baby. Like this video and this good boy will play you a nice song. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video, or don't. Either way, have a great day you magnificent people.